So hi, Microbehunter here again. Well, today a short question about the optimal or the best use of looking. So hi, Microbehunter here again. I have a short question today to answer concerning the looking through the eyepieces here, and it goes like this. How can I make it more comfortable to look through the eyepiece, because sometimes it's uncomfortable? Can you please tell me how? Thank you if you could. Well, thank you for the question. Well, it depends now a little bit if you have a microscope with only one eyepiece to look through, or two eyepieces, a binocular one like here. But let me step you through some of the points that you might want to consider. First of all, when you're wearing glasses like I am, and when the glasses correct for the different vision of the eye, make sure that both eyepieces, the diopter adjustment should be set to the same value, usually 0. There is some microscopes you can turn this, and this is supposed to compensate the different degree of short or farsightedness that you have in your eyes. And when you do that, then if it's not the same and you're wearing glasses, then one eye will be in focus, the other eye will not be in focus, and this can cause some headaches, and your brain might have problems in overlapping the two images. Yeah, so if you wear glasses, make sure that they're set to the same level. Number two, make sure that the distance between those two is adjusted correctly. Otherwise, you also have a problem getting a single image. And the third thing is that if you have low-cost eyepieces, then what will happen is that they have a very low eye point, or a short eye relief, it's called, and this means that you have to go very close to the lens. Okay, and this is something where I would say, if this is too uncomfortable, then maybe you can invest a little bit in slightly better eyepieces that have a slightly larger eye relief, so that the distance to the front lens is also a little bit further away. Because yes, it is a little bit uncomfortable if you have to go so far to the eyepieces that your eyelashes are actually touching the front lens. This is actually the case in some low-cost eyepieces. This one, for example, these are made with a large eye relief, so that I'm actually able to look through them also using the glasses. So a few millimeters between the front lens and the eye is possible, and I still get a full field of view. Yeah, so this actually really is a very helpful thing. And the last thing, if you have a microscope with only one eyepiece, a monocular microscope, then what I recommend is that you either practice microscoping with both eyes open. So, because kind of closing one eye all the time might be a little bit tiring. And I also would recommend that you switch eyes, because if you always look through the microscope with one eye, and then you stop looking at it, and then you close one eye or the other, then you're going to see that everything will be in a different color, because of the photoreceptors of your eyes have gotten used to the bright light, and they've become habituated a little bit, and therefore you will actually, it takes a couple of minutes for the two eyes to adjust. So it can be a little bit disturbing when actually then trying to look normally at your environment after you've looked through through the microscope with one eye, because of the way that your photoreceptors have become used to the microscope light. So I would say that you also switch back the left and the right eye to make sure that both eyes are equally stressed in that sense. So these are basically some recommendations. If for whatever reason you really are not able to get a clear image, okay, at all, and you've tried everything, and there is really completely two images that really cannot be overlapped, then it's a rare possibility, but it is a possibility that the prisms inside the microscope that they kind of slipped and got kind of out of alignment. This can happen, especially for example also with stereo microscopes, because they have those prisms in there. But I would say while this is a possibility that they have to be realigned, generally I would say that in modern microscopes those prisms are actually glued in and tightened quite much. But I've heard of cases where they still have gone out of alignment a little bit. Okay, so these are some basic recommendations, and all you have to do now is kind of maybe step through the whole process. If for whatever reason it is really too uncomfortable to look through the microscope, then I can recommend that maybe you get yourself some kind of a microscope camera that you can connect to a screen, and then you can do microscopy on a screen. So this is actually also a possibility. I wish you all the best, happy microbe hunting as always, and see you around next time. Bye bye.